Hello and welcome to another lesson of Python programming for beginners. In this lesson we will see how we can delete or remove specific element or multiple elements from the list. Okay, so there are several methods to remove elements from the list. So here we are going to learn the 6 ways or 6 methods to remove element from the list. The first method is we are going to use the remove method, remove function, which will remove the specific item which we are passing or which we will pass to it. Okay, then the second method is the pop method, which where we will pass the index number and it will remove the item from given specific index number. Okay, then if we don't pass any index number, that means if the index number is not specified, the pop method will remove the last element or the last item from the list. If we use delete keyword with the index number, if we use the delete keyword with the index number, it will delete the specific element again. But if we use the delete keyword without any index number and if we only pass the list, okay, it will delete the whole list. It will delete the whole list. And the last is a clear function or clear method. This will empty the list. That means this will remove all the elements or this will delete all the elements from the list, but this will not delete the list. Keep that in mind. Okay, a lot of people get confused in the initial stage. Okay, so let's see some of the examples. So what I'll do is I'll just take the example from the last one. So I'll just copy the list from here. Okay, so let me just copy all the list. Okay, so I'll just copy the list from here. I'll just copy it here. Let me create another list here. Let's call it list 2. In this list I'll create let's say a numbered one. Sorry, yeah, let's call it 1. Then let's like this. So let's say 2. Then let me say 3, then 4, sorry, yeah, 4, then let's say 5. Okay, so we have added 5 elements to this particular list as well. Okay, so let's start with the first thing. So let's say using a remove method. Okay, so let's see how we can use that. So if I say let's say list1 dot remove, okay, so here I can pass a particular element. Let's say I'll pass a C here. Okay, so if I pass C, let's print that. Okay, so let me print that, but before that let's print the original list. Say let's say list 1. Okay, so that we can just check. Okay, so let's see that as well. Now let me run this program. So I'll just move it a bit like this. Yeah, so let's say Python, then we'll say the file name is remove from list.py. Okay, so and that's what we are getting the output, and in the end after removing, we haven't printed it now, so I just want to print that again. So if I say list 1, so after removing the element, let's say if I print this. Okay, let's see again now. So if you can see, there are only 4 elements. Okay, so moving ahead, we will see another methods now. Okay, so let's see with the another method, that is the pop method. So let's try with the pop. Okay, so let's say using pop. Okay, so we will see how we can use that. Okay, so here let's say using pop, I'll say with let's say with index number. Okay, with the index number, so we will use it like that. So let's say list1 dot pop. Okay, and I'll say list1 dot pop 1. So I'll pop 1. Okay, so let's try that. Okay, this time, and let's print that again. So let's say list 1. Okay, and if I print it like this, let's see what we get. Okay, sorry, so if I run it now, you can see the B is not there now. Okay, so first when we try to remove C, the C wasn't there, so it's the C isn't there. And now when we say list1 dot pop 1, so from index number 1, that is B, that is removed from. So we only have A, D and E. Okay, let's print the list 2 first now. So we'll use list 2. So I'll use list 2 now. Okay, so just printing list 2 here. Okay, and now I'll check with the other methods. So just want to show you that, but before that, let's say I'll use another pop now. So let me copy this stuff. Okay, so we are not going to use the index number here. So let's say without index number, I'll say without index number. So if I use it like this, let's see what we get. Let me comment this first so that will not get that, and this now we will just check. So if you can see, we haven't passed any index number, so it has removed the last element, that is E, that is E. So we only have A and D now. Okay, so let's take some example from list 2 now. So on list 2 now we will see, so we already have done, let's say, remove or pop with the index number and the pop. Okay, so now from list 2 let's say from list 2 we will try. Okay, so we let's see, delete keyword. Okay, so we'll use the delete keyword now. Let's say using delete keyword. Okay, with index number, we will say with index number. Okay, so if I want to delete anything, let's say delete, and if I say list 2, okay, and if I pass some index number, let's say if I pass an index number 4 or let's say 3, okay, and if I print that list again, so let's say list 2, okay, so let's see the output. So if I run that program again, fine. So initially we were getting 1 2 3 4 5, and when we say list 2 remove 3, so 3 index number is for 4, so it will remove like that. Okay, so now the 4 is not there, okay, so that's how we can see that. Then if I say using let's say delete again, but now I'll say without the index number, let's say without index number, so I'm not going to pass index number now. So if I say list 2 means if I say delete list 2, this time it will delete the whole list, okay, so this is going to delete whole list. Okay, this will delete whole list. Okay, this will delete the whole list 2 now. Okay, so we will not get any list 2, and if I try to print it here, it will give me the error because list 2 is deleted and I'm trying to print it here, so I'll get an error now. Okay, so let's see that. So as you can see, it was when we say this, okay, so line 33 statement or line 34 is printed. Okay, so when we see it's there and then we delete that, so we can see 1 2 3 5 4 was deleted. But when we say delete list 2, and after that when we try to print list 2, now it has given us error because list 2 is deleted. On line 37 the list 2 is deleted, it's deleted completely, and when we try to print that, because it doesn't exist now, okay, it's giving us an error, okay. So as you can see here as well, now it's throws error, or it defines the errors as well very neatly and properly, so that you can understand everything. Okay, it's not like C++ where you may get confused. Okay, it's somewhat very relevant like Java where again you get proper messages. So you get a proper message here. Okay, as you can see it's declaring everything, it's giving you everything, like okay, the file name is mentioned here, the line number is mentioned here. Okay, file name and line number is mentioned here, and that particular line is also printed, and it's giving you a proper error that okay, name error, name list 2 is not defined, because this is deleted now, so that means this is not defined. Okay, so let me comment this statement and move ahead. Okay, so now we'll just go through the last thing. Okay, so let's say using the clear method. Okay, so let's say clear function or clear method now. Okay, so if I say list 2 is already deleted, so I'll use list1 dot clear. If I'll use list1 dot clear. Okay, and now if I say print okay, so print list 1. Okay, so here I can use I can call this statement, I can write this statement, because the list 1 is not deleted completely. Clear function will delete all the elements from list 1, but list 1 will not be deleted. Okay, so let's see what we get the output. Okay, so if I run this program again, now see the blank list is printed, that means it has printed only the square brackets. There's no element here, okay, there is no element here, and that's how it works. I hope you have understood how we can remove the elements using different methods, So we were having different methods like remove, pop with the index number, pop without index number, then delete keyword with index number, and delete keyword without index number, and the clear method. So that's how using these 6 methods we can just remove a specific element or the whole list with those options. So see you in the next lesson. Thank you.